So where did you live before the flood?
I was in the just over the other side of the park.
Okay. And where do you live now?
I moved back in about 3 or 4 nights ago. I moved into the garden caravan.
Okay. So any particular stories that come to mind?
Like we was flooded right now. Our house went under to the roof. Our house went under to the roof, so we pretty much lost everything except our cars. So I don't think our story's that unusual to the other stories I've heard from people, other than leaving our house in the night and then being flooded.
Oh.
But I think the best story I can tell is after ScoMo came to visit Lismore, some people decided that he'd avoided talking to us. So we decided we'd go to his house and talk to him.
Okay.
And we took a lot of our ruined belongings with us. We took furniture, we took carpets, and we filled a tipper truck and we tipped it outside his house in an attempt to get him to talk to us, I guess, and to raise awareness of what was happening here in Lismore.
Okay. So anyone in the audience got a question to tell Dee?
So Dee, was Scott Morrison, ScoMo there when you turned up?
Scott Morrison was there when we turned up, but he left before we got to his house. We left about an hour before we dumped our rubbish. I guess the large police presence that had gathered outside his house delayed slightly, but he left without talking to us.
Yeah. Did they say kind of like if you had dropped it off and run off, that you would have got the littering, that because you stayed there with it, you wouldn't have been charged?
The police attempted to stop us making it to Scott's front gate, and I made my way down his street dragging one of the units out of our kitchen with a policeman constantly telling me he was going to arrest me for littering. That was very similar to everybody else in our group. I informed the policeman that I didn't intend to litter, and we managed to get to his gate. At one point he told one of the people in our group not to bring their rubbish to his house, and that policeman was informed that it's not rubbish, it's our lives.
Yeah, there's too much rubbish as far as you were concerned inside, because it is rubbish.
But to see our belongings viewed as rubbish was quite testing. The whole thing was quite emotional. I guess we're quite a long way into it now. We're 7.5 weeks since the big flood, and I guess I'm sitting here now talking to Mike and you about it without crying. So obviously we're all getting stronger. So.
Well, thank you.
Were you afraid?
Sorry?
Were you nervous going on that trip?
Were you afraid what was going on with the trip?
I thought there was a fair chance I might be arrested.
What, you were arrested?
The Scott Morrison didn't want that sort of attention outside his gate, and I thought we'd probably get arrested trying to do it. So I was a bit scared of that.
Well, what were you doing?
Well, we was taking our flood-affected belongings and putting them outside Scott's gate. So.
Been throwing some of the stuff out, wasn't it?
Yeah, sort of.
That's an I'd like to ask you a question.
Hey Dee, I just wondered, when you were leaving Lismore and you were choosing something to take to Scott Morrison's place, was it something of value? Like, how did you guys choose what to take?
We saved, the same as everybody else who was heavily flood affected, we was keen to get rid of our belongings because they were so contaminated. But we saved, they wasn't valuable items, but it was the cupboards we just bought for our kitchen. They was new. One of our rugs and just general household items. Throwing significant items out of your house off of a truck outside Scott Morrison's house was quite emotional. You know, it felt powerful because I am of the opinion that Scott came here, and I know many people who wanted to talk to him, and he held his press conference behind closed doors. You know, it wasn't possible to talk to him. So it felt good. It felt like I was hitting back at a politician that doesn't care about us. So that's what motivated me, and I think it was effective.
And if Scott Morrison had come out to say in the perfect dream, what would you have said to him?
I would have asked him to stop investing money in fossil fuel production and maybe start investing some money into the flood recovery in Lismore, and definitely to introduce some decent policy on climate change, because taking money from you know, the extractive industries, you know, we shouldn't be doing that. So I'd ask for effective policy on climate change.
Okay, I got another question. I got another question. If you didn't have TV, how will people get infected in that if they have no TV?
How would they know? How would they know about it?
Yeah.
Well, it went on radio shows like this. It was in papers, and so it got out beyond television.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you, and thanks to Mike.